Good morning, friends. Welcome to online study in Sri Digambar Institute of Technology, Bhandaraj Mode, Dosa. This is JP Yadav from Electrical Department. Today's topic is operational amplifiers. What is the operational amplifiers? The block diagram of operational amplifiers are here. So the operational amplifier performs the operation of multiple mathematical operations like as addition, division, subtraction, multiplication, integration, differentiation, etc. So the large number of mathematical operations we use operational amplifiers. So the basic block diagram of operational amplifier shown in here. Here we use the two DC supplies plus VCC and minus VEE. Here plus VCC and minus VEE. Here the two types of input in non-inverting and inverting. Non-inverting and inverting end. Input stage, intermediate stage, level shifting, output level. Intermediate state, level shifting and output stage. In input stage, dual input balance output differential amplifier. We study about differential amplifier, dual input balanced output differential amplifier used in first stage and intermediate stage. Dual input unbalanced output differential amplifier are used here. This is the differential amplifier. Two types of differential amplifier are used: dual input balanced output, dual input unbalanced output, for the amplification of these signals. Level shifting stage, ammeter follower using constant current source. Level shifting stage is used for the ammeter follower. Ammeter followers gives the same output as input. Output stage, complementary symmetric push-pull amplifier. This is a push-pull amplifier are used for increasing the output for amplification purpose, and after the push-pull amplifier we get the more output at this stage, and these signals is passed in 4 stage and collect at this output. This is the block diagram of operational amplifier. Operational amplifier op-amps, as they are more commonly called, are one of the basic building block of analog electronic circuit. Operational amplifier are linear device that have all the properties required for nearly ideas DC amplification and are therefore used extensively in signal condition, filtering, or to perform mathematical operations such as odd subtract, integration and differentiations. These are the circuit diagram of operational amplifier: inverting input, non-inverting input. Okay, V1 and V2. This is the input load, and plus supply and minus supply are used for DC batteries, and these signals are amplified here and collect output. An operational amplifier, or op-amp for short, is fundamentally a voltage amplifying device designed to be used with external feedback components such as resistors and capacitors between its output and input terminals. These feedback components determine the resulting function or operations of the amplifier, and by virtue of the different feedback configuration, whether resistive, capacitive or both, the amplifier can perform a variety of different operations, giving rise to its name of operational amplifier. An operational amplifier is basically a three-terminal device which consists of two high impedance input. One of the input is called the inverting input marked with a negative or minus sign. The other called is a non-inverting input marked with a positive or plus sign. A third terminal represents the operational amplifier output port which can both sink and source either a voltage or a current. In a linear operational amplifier, the output signal is the amplification factor known as the amplifier's gain A multiplied by the value of the input signal, and depending on the nature of these input and output signals there can be four different classifications of operational amplifier. Voltage, input is voltage and output also voltage. Current amplifier, current is input and output is also current. Transconductance, input is voltage but output is current. And trans resistance, input is current but output is voltage form. Since most of the circuit dealing and with operational amplifiers are voltage amplifiers, we will limit the tutorial in these sections. So amplifiers V in and V out for the voltage amplifiers. So there are the different types of parameters for these operational amplifiers. First is open loop gain. What is open loop gain? A main function of operational amplifier is to amplifying the input signal, and the more open loop gain it is, the better. Open loop gain is the gain of the op-amp without positive or negative feedback, and for such an amplifier the gain will be infinite, but typical real value range from about 20,000 to 200,000. So the open loop gain means the feedback is not used. Input and output are not connected by feedback terminals. Input impedance. Input impedance is the ratio of input voltage to input current and is assumed to be infinite to prevent any current flowing from the source supply into the amplifier's input circuitry. Input current are zero. Real op-amps have input leakage current from a few picoamperes to a few milliamperes. And output impedance. Impedance is the ratio of voltage and current. Input impedance means input voltage input current ratio. Output impedance means output voltage upon output current ratio. The output impedance of the ideal operational amplifier is assumed to be a zero, acting as a perfect terminal voltage source with no internal resistance, so that it can supply as much current as necessary to the load. The internal resistance is effectively in series with the load, thereby reducing the output voltage available to the load. Real op-amps have output impedance in the 120 kilo ohm range. And bandwidth of the operational amplifiers. An ideal operational amplifier has an infinite frequency response and can amplify and frequency signals from DC to the highest AC frequencies. So it is therefore assumed to have an infinite bandwidth with real op-amps. The bandwidth is limited by the gain bandwidth product, which is equal to the frequency where the amplifier's gain becomes unity. So the bandwidth is very large for operational amplifiers. Offset voltage. The amplifier's output will be zero when the voltage difference between the inverting and non-inverting input is zero. The difference between inverting and non-inverting input is zero. The same or when both inputs are grounded, real op-amp have some amount of output offset voltage. From these idealized characteristics above, we can see that the input resistance is infinite and no current flow into either input terminals, and that differential input offset voltage is also zero. It is important to remember these two properties as they will help us understand the working of operational amplifiers. Input resistance is infinite and offset voltage is zero. These two properties. Operational amplifiers such as commonly available UA741, for example, do not have any infinite gain or bandwidth but have a typically open loop gain, which is defined as the amplifier's output amplification without any external feedback. So the frequency and voltage graph shown in figure. This is the voltage gain. This is the frequency in hertz. So the with the frequency gain is constant. When frequency is increased and gain also decrease. 10 raised to power 6 gain is unity. From this figure we can see that the product of gain against frequency is constant at any point along the curve. Also that the unity gain and frequency, which is open loop gain, is always constant. Unity gain frequency also determines the gain of the amplifiers at any point along the curve. The constant is generally known as the gain bandwidth product. Gain bandwidth product is gain into bandwidth. Operational amplifier bandwidth. The operational amplifier bandwidth is the frequency range over which the voltage gain of the amplifier is about 70.7% or minus 3 dB, where 0 dB is the maximum. It's a maximum output value. Gain and frequency, these are the bandwidth of the signals, and some 3 dB minus 3 dB point here. Here we have used the 40 dB line as example. Minus 3 dB or 70.7% of Vmax down point from the frequency response curve is given as 37 dB. Taking a line across until it intersects with the main gain bandwidth product curve gives us a frequency point just above the 10 kilohertz line at about 12 to 15 kilohertz. So these are the basic parameter of operational amplifiers. These are we study here. Basic block diagram of the operational amplifier. In basic block diagram we use the operational amplifier we will study in previous sections, and different types of basic operations of the operational amplifier, characteristics of the operational amplifiers. So thanks to all watching this video.